Having told stories in the traditional US Hollywood film system for many years, I'm now really getting into using AI tools to tell stories with both written and video. And in this video, I'm going to get into how AI tools are changing storytelling, the art, the medium, and what's going to be different and what's staying the same. Because of course, the storytelling is timeless in a lot of ways. But AI is really opening the possibilities for storytellers, and I want to really dive into the different ways in this video. So, background writing movie scripts mostly, and the movie that got made, the one I wrote and directed, is on Amazon Prime and Apple TV. And basically, I developed over many years the skills of storytelling, characters, emotional arcs, plots, theme, right? All the different elements that make up telling a great story. And learning, the more I learn about storytelling and then applying it to other places like copywriting business, just conversation, I just more and more see how essential it is to human communication. In other words, we connect with each other through stories. We understand the world through stories. People that are good storytellers are more engaging conversationalists. They're more interesting to talk to, assuming they let you talk and they don't just go on forever telling their stories, because obviously those people are annoying. But now what I'm getting to is, okay, the effects that AI is having on storytelling, because it's having a big impact on my storytelling already, and it's only going to increase. And I was just helping a screenwriter friend of mine who wanted to try it out. I was helping him get started with an AI tool, and he's already, wow, this is helping my process so much. Let's get into it. ChatGPT, obviously being the most biggest used large language learning model, and just AI tool period right now that people are using. And I used that for a while, and I still use it for some stuff. But lately, in terms of for storytelling, I've started using Claude.ai. It's another large language model like ChatGPT, but in my experimentation with it, it's better at storytelling. It's better, it understands narrative better, both in being able to craft narrative elements itself, but also just analyzing what I write for the narrative quality of it. All right. So let me get into like how I'm actually using the tools, but starts with idea generation, right? If I'm going to write something, I need ideas. And that could be what the piece itself, but a lot of times I have an idea of what I'm writing or the basic idea of what it's going to be about, but I need a lot of ideas to fill it up or how to execute it. If I'm going to write a movie about a pirate, I got to fill that up with characters, with scenes, with storylines, arcs, all that. And that's a lot of ideas, right? My normal process for writing a story starts with brainstorming ideas. Now I'm using AI, Claude, to help with that process. So I'll put in my ideas and I'll tell it to say, now you give me some of your ideas, and then it'll give me a bunch of ideas. Now, a lot of them are crap. Some of them are okay, good. But even the ones that are crap, some of them make me think of other ideas that I wasn't thinking of before, because it comes with some new angle or some new, what about, could somebody's mom be involved or something? The pirate have a mom. That's why I'm like, oh, I didn't think about the pirate having a mom. That's an unusual idea. Okay, yeah. And then I'll start thinking and come up with like how the mom could be in it. That could be funny. I write a lot of comedy. That's my main genre. So it'll be like that. But we're going back and forth, and basically I'm getting more ideas quicker because I'm using the AI, even if the ideas end up coming from me anyway, even if it just makes me think of something. So that's a real good process just to start, brainstorming ideas. Okay, then when I'm moving past the idea stage, right, I'm going to some kind of outline. I'm trying to now outline a story and actually plot out a story. And then again, I'll go to the AI and I'll be like, okay, this is what I'm thinking, and use all these ideas. These are my selected ideas, and let's put this into some kind of outline form. Let's like develop a story arc here. and then it'll give me an outline, and I'll go, oh no, that won't work, but that's good, but that won't work, and we need something like this more at the end, and we got to set that up in the middle, and I'll give it all the notes, and then I'll be like, now rewrite an outline based on what I said. It'll rewrite an outline, and that'll keep going back and forth for a while, but it's all happening at a much quicker pace than if I'm just writing at my outline and rewriting the outline. It happens much quicker. It's able to organize information in seconds or less, and whereas it takes me a little longer to be composing and moving stuff around and summarizing ideas and putting them in outline form and all that, it just happens much quicker, and I can spend more of my time just thinking of ideas and just thinking about the story, and not necessarily all the organizational parts, and just even composing a document that's easily organized and readable and all that. It'll do that for me, and so that keeps a lot of my energy with me, my mental and creative energy, that I can do the important part, which is like the actual story itself. And then beyond that, then it starts getting to writing the actual text, whether it's a script. I write a lot of scripts, right, still, or it's in prose form, just regular written text. And in this part, it's very important that you feed the AI writing samples of yours, because you don't want the AI to write like the AI. You don't want Claude or ChatGPT. You don't want Claude to write like Claude. You don't want ChatGPT to write like ChatGPT. You want it to write like you. And the only way it's going to do that is if you give it some good writing samples, so it can try to mimic your writing style. Now, at this point in my experience and experimentation with this, it still can't like mimic it exactly. Like I put in writing, it doesn't, and it puts stuff out, it doesn't really seem like it was written by me, but it at least is more like me than just if I just did it without that, if I didn't give it the writing samples. It's worth doing already, and it'll get better. So it's worth developing this process and getting used to doing it this way. And then the tools will continue to get better, and they'll get better at mimicking your writing and get it to sound like you, right? So I'll do that, but then I got to go in and rewrite it anyway. But it's gotten me further than if I didn't do that at all, right? If I just started writing myself the first draft, and writing is rewriting anyway, right? You always got to rewrite what you write over and over again. That's part of the process, is just getting it much quicker, because it's spitting out versions of it, and then can also give it what you wrote and ask it to analyze it. And that's Claude is really good at just analyzing. So it's helpful you put in when you wrote and say, analyze this, give me notes, this is what I'm trying to achieve, how can I do it better? And it'll give you good notes, good analysis. So I think that's actually where it's better right now than actually writing itself, but just analyzing what you wrote, and that's really helpful. I certainly always want feedback on my writing, because I can't see it from the inside, and so getting an outside view is always helpful. Asking people to do it right, first of all, it take time. You got to wait for them to read it and send it back, and then also there's only so many favors you can ask, so you feel like you're overtaxing the favors, and then maybe you could pay someone to read, but that's going to cost a lot more than a subscription to Claude or ChatGPT, which is whatever, $20 a month. And also Claude is never going to be, they're going to do it immediately all the time. They're always available on the human. Yes, great reader and a live person who analyzes writing, who knows how to write and tell stories. Yes, they're still going to be better than the AI right now. But the AI, it can be quite useful, and it's available, and you can keep sending drafts back and forth, and it'll give you instant feedback almost, or quick feedback. That's what I really encourage with the writing, using the tools for your writing and storytelling. And then also I've been using tools to make different videos, and some I made for clients, but some I just made for myself, which you can see on my YouTube channel. If you go to the shorts, click on shorts, and you'll see all these AI generated shorts that I made. They're little comedy sketches with superheroes. And so using those, I would use ChatGPT and to help me, like the way I said it, I would give ideas, and then outline it, and then a script, and then I rewrite it, and So that I use that whole process to cap the script. And then I would tell ChatGPT, okay, I need a shot list for the script, and it would give me shots. And then again, I would say, no, this, and change it and all that. And then I would say, okay, now I want these to look like this particular film or this particular director's films. So let's say I made a Batman sketch. I'm like, I want this to look like a Christopher Nolan Batman movie, right? Now give me a prompt for an image generative AI tool like Midjourney to make this shot look Christopher Nolan Batman film. And then it would give me the prompt, and then I'd go and put that. I might make some edits, but then I go and put it into Midjourney at the image. Then and you get a few images and you keep changing until you get the one you want. And then take that image from Midjourney, put it into an image to video generative tool. Runway I use a lot. I was also using this tool DID for the talking parts because it's good at making images of people talk. And then so go animate it in one of those tools. I would take the dialogue, put it into ElevenLabs, which is an audio generative tool, and generate the dialogue, and then generate the audio of the dialogue, and then put the audio with the video, and then make the video, right? Point being is making videos with tools. And yeah, you can see in my shorts, the Batman thing doesn't look like an actual Christopher Nolan Batman film. It looks like a AI generated short, but considering what it took to make it in terms of my time and the cost I think it's pretty cool. I certainly couldn't do that before these tools. Just check those out quickly if you want to see what those look like now. And they're obviously only going to get better as the tools get better. I'm going to wrap up this video here by saying that anything that involves storytelling, which is anything that you write really involves storytelling, whether it's copy for a website or content for Twitter or YouTube videos, writing a script for a YouTube video, or you're actually writing a book or a movie or a script or whatever, or just like a speech, storytelling. These tools, and like I was saying, I'm particularly right now, I favor Claude as the tool, can really just help with the whole storytelling process. And in that process, it not only makes things quicker, and not only will make the final thing better because you get different ideas you might not have thought of, so it expands what's happening or what's possible. Also, you'll just, I think, learn from analyzing what it gives you, because it's one thing to create stories on your own, and then when you analyze other things, other stories, it makes you a better storyteller. And obviously, I primarily would encourage reading great stories, whether they're fictional, non-fictional, whether it's business copy, whatever it is. Yes, study good storytelling for sure. But this process can help too in terms of making you a better storytelling, because of this part of what you're creating, then you're analyzing what it gives you and then going back and forth, and it'll just make you a better storyteller. So get on it, start using the tools. Again, I have no affiliation with Claude, but that's the one I'm using the most these days. And then if you're into images and videos, try those as well, that process that I mentioned, and check my videos, shorts, see what I'm talking about, and tune back in tomorrow for the next video. Thanks. Bye.